Here's a collection of actual crimes committed by really dumb criminals. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity as we present. Stupid crime stories you just won't believe. In 1988, a 21-year-old Detroit man clearly wasn't using his head. He attended an event where local police had met with neighborhood children to demonstrate some of their equipment. They were showing off everything from their canine units to the latest in police gear. They then offered to demonstrate how they perform a field background check on individuals. Intrigued by what he saw and eager to help out, the young man volunteered to let police check his background. So he gave them his driver's license. They ran a check and discovered he had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. It appears that the man was involved in a 1986 bank robbery in St. Louis. So with the help of this idiot, the kids got to see firsthand how an arrest is made. Only this time, it was the real thing. In 2020, two stupid crooks, aged 41 and 23, made themselves very easy to track down. The two went on a burglary spree in a Florida city. They were breaking into convenience stores, stealing cigarettes and lottery tickets. They took their time and even smoked cigarettes inside the stores, all while cameras were watching. But that's not all they did to help law enforcement. When they exited the stores, they would always forget something. In one instance, a shoe was left behind. In another, their tools. And even worse, the 23-year-old left his wallet with his driver's license. All the cops had to do was go to the man's house. They knocked on the door and he had no choice but to confess. Both men were arrested with a total of 14 charges for grand theft and burglary. No wonder these two clowns made the week's dumbest criminals list on the county sheriff's office Facebook page. When thieves broke into the Telefonica Movistar cell phone store in Mexico, they planned on leaving with the latest smartphones. Instead, these idiots took the first phones they saw and ran off. However, when employees discovered the theft, they noticed that their phones were not missing. Turns out the crooks had stolen non-working demo phones. Those were the phones out in the display cases. The real phones were in another part of the store. So while the thieves did escape, they got away empty-handed. In suburban Miami in October 2007, an unidentified man placed an order at a fast food window. When the cashier informed him that his total would be $7.41, he got angry. He claimed that he only had $1.75 in his pocket and that was all he intended to pay. When they refused his not-so-generous offer, he drove off. However, he soon returned to the pickup window on foot. He opened the window, pulled a gun on employees, and tried unsuccessfully to retrieve his order. He wound up grabbing a handful of ketchup packets. On his way back to his car, he figured that the ketchup wouldn't satisfy his hunger, so he threw them to the ground and drove off. Police are still looking for him. In 2009, an armed 19-year-old Pennsylvania man attempted to rob another man as he was exiting a restroom. The victim gave the crook his money and cell phone. What the thief did not know was that the man he just robbed was a retired police officer who was attending a police convention. He also did not know that there were 300 other officers attending as well. The thief ran off, thinking he had a clean escape. However, the retired officer drew his own gun from an ankle holster. He then enlisted the help of 10 other officers. They easily caught the robber. Cops were heard saying they had arrested probably the dumbest criminal in Pennsylvania. They're probably right. Make sure you check out our other video series titled, The Real Story Behind the Song. This is a growing collection of behind-the-scenes stories on some of the biggest-selling songs from the past and present. We also explain the concept behind some of the most popular music videos ever made. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and share the link with your friends. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for updates.